Alrighty guys, we are at the 100-yard line, shooting 308, starting a brand new load here, brand new bullet, brand new load, brand new primer, brand new powder. We're switching from CCI. Like I said in the reloading video, we are doing the Hornady 168 grain boat tail hollow point match. It's their open tip version, open tip bullet. We are doing Varget, switching from CCF 223 to Varget, and we are switching from just CCI Magnum primers to CCI BR2s, Bentress 2s, I do believe, is what the BR stands for. And yeah, just starting a standard powder charge test, starting kind of middle of the range, load range. The loads for today are, so the 5 Fowlers are 37.1 grains, and then we go to the groups starting at 37.4, 37.7, 38.0, and 38.3. Yeah, just kind of seeing if we can't hit a good node, if you want to call it that. Yeah, just a good area. See if we can't produce some decent groups, and then we'll start a seating depth test. And you guys know the routine. So let me go hang the target, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, target is hung. Let's get these first Fowler shot, and we'll go from there. Alright, so you guys are seeing a weird ass target down there. The target is showing, the target itself has 3 rows, but I think you guys can only see the middle row and bottom row or whatever. But you guys are seeing it's all the dots with the orange, my normal orange sticker on it, 1 inch, 1 inch sticker. So it's going to be 3 in the middle and 2 down on the bottom, and that will make our 5 groups for today. So the first Fowler is going to go on the first one on the row of 3. Yeah, because it goes 3 and then 2 on the bottom row. I messed up, and instead of erasing it or wasting a target, I figured I'd just make use of a messed up target. Alright. $23.13. It's so crazy. This freaking gun shoots, because it has so much weight on it, it's such a heavy gun, it shoots, I would say, almost as light, if not as light as my 22 Creedmoor. If it's not as light, it is damn close. Because that 22 Creedmoor has a little bit of a punchy kick to it, just not outrageous, but this thing shoots like a freaking dream. It's just so heavy, that's why. So that one hit paper right above the dot. That one was 22.76. Was 23.35. 2284. Damn, 3 of those bullets have literally gone through the same hole. $22.88. Alright, so we're moving on to, we're starting the groups now. We are starting the groups with 37.4 grains. $23.37. You guys weren't missing much on the SD and all that on the other one. It was like a 58 ES and a 21 SD or something like that. It was horrendous. Horrendous. Alright, $23.37 on the first bullet. Alright, 23.13. Everything looks good. $23.25. $23.32. $23.11. Alright, so $23.23 was the average. A 10 SD, not bad, and a 25.5 ES, not good. Alright, moving on. That group looked weird too. It's just a stringing left to right. Alright, moving on to 37.7. The barrel is just getting to about mediocre. So I'll probably shoot this last one and let it cool, and then shoot the last 2 groups after this. $23.29. $23.46. All the brass still looking good. 2335. Man, this frickin' truck axle of a barrel takes heat so well. Unbelievable. My 22 Creedmoor was Christ. Was a little bit warmer of a day, I guess, but after the first 5 shots was pretty warm. $23.07. Yeah, that was a good group. Or from up here, it looks good. 2340. Alright, we have an average of 2331, an SD of 13.3, and an ES of 38.6. Not very good ESs at all. Alright, I am going to let the barrel cool down just a tad, and we'll finish off the last 2 groups. Alright guys, gave it a good 10-15 minute break. Can't go too long because sun's dropping. Sun's dropping fast, but plenty good for the last 2 groups. And when I say mediocre hot, guys, like I'm not one to shoot my barrel extremely hot, because I know the hotter it is, the more firecracking you get, the more you burn out a barrel. I mean, I know it's hard to burn out a 308 barrel, but still. So when I say mediocre, I mean I can still keep my hand on it all day long. When I say it's getting pretty hot, I mean I can probably only keep my hand on it for, like, even then, probably like 20 seconds. But I try not to even get it that hot. If I can't keep my hand on it, I let it go. You know, I mean, I let it cool. Alright, let's get these last 2 groups going here. 38 grains even on this next one. Moving down to the bottom row, last 2 dots on the bottom. Done quite a bit easier to control too, for some reason. Well, not for some reason, it's heavier. I mean, I know why, but 2348. $23.55. $23.44. $23.50. Damn, that's a, I think, even better group. Starting to look up. I think we found our load. 38 evens, looking pretty good. Alright, so average is 23 something. Can't see it. 23.52 SD is 6.7. Hell yeah. And ES is 19.6. Still not good ES, but best one of the day, and that is with a really good ES. I mean, a really good SD. An SD of 6, man, I will take all day long. Alright guys, moving on. Last group, 38.3 grains of Varget CCI BR2 primers, 168 grain hornady boat tail hollow point match, open tip. Alright, let's end on a good note here. Even smaller group than the last one. I'm gonna actually go a click down because I've been shooting out my point of aim. So nope, that was one up. I need to go, I'm gonna go 2 down. Try that. Yeah, the first bullet is right where I want it. Looks good. 24-24. Once we get up to the bench, I'll let you know what Hornady said we would be at, but they are working with a 24-inch barrel. I got a 26. So 2386. Okay, last two are going down, or last three are going down a pretty hot barrel. I mean, I can keep my hand on it pretty well, but starts to get a little uncomfortable about now. Well, I mean, yeah, it's not bad still. $23.51. Oh, I fucked up that last shot. Not bad though. I let it go a little bit on the right edge, but not horrendous. Alright, 2366, SD of 23, ES of 80. Ouch, 80.3. God damn, that last one is awful. And the group is awful. But I might want to redo that. The next powder test, I'm going to go up a little bit higher. The next one I may start off at 38, because I just shot those 5 with a hotter barrel than the rest of them. So that group, yeah, see, I can't keep my hand on it. Yep, right there it starts getting hot. So say about 15 seconds or so. That group opened up, or the group opening up on the last one could be due to barrel, or it could be due to just the load. But I will probably start the next loads off right at 38 and go up from there, because I still have plenty of room. We ended off at 20, an average of, well, the last one was a higher average, no, yeah, 2366, so we got plenty of room to move up. I think Hornady ended us off at 2300 or something like that, so I'm not quite getting velocities they were, even with the longer barrel, but I don't know. When we get up there, I'll see what they said. Alright guys, I'm going to pick up and we'll go take a look at the brass up on the bench here. Alrighty guys, we're back up at the bench. Let's take a look at the brass real quick. We'll do that real quick first. Let's see here. About as good as I can get you, so we'll go right to the biggest charge weight, which is this one up here. 38 point, hold on a second. 38.3 was where we ended off. And that's what it looks like. Oh, looks pretty good. Definitely don't have as much flow back with this Savage action like I do with the other Remington on the 22 Creedmoor. All looks good. Primers are all rounded on the edge still. You guys can see there. No ejector marks, no nothing. So all looks good. Which I expected that anyways. Because, I mean, we weren't even reaching. Let's see what Hornady called for. Oh, yeah, let's see. So, our average, we reached 2366. And we have a 26-inch barrel. Yeah. Get you guys back in focus at least while I look this up. Alright, 308 Winchester 11th edition. On the Hornady manual, 168 grain bullet with Varget. We started off at 37.1, ended off at 38.3, which 37.1 is at 2,300 feet per second. So it's kind of funny because I ended off at 2366, an average of all 5 shots of 2366, and that was 38. If I look at 38 grains, or 38.3, that would be between 2,300 and 2,400. Closer to 2,400 because 39.4 grains is 2,400 feet per second is what Hornady's manual is saying. So I'm around their velocities, but I should be quite a bit more because I will double check, but I'm pretty sure they're going with a 22-inch barrel. I thought 24, so 22-inch barrel. So I should be way above theirs, but either way, whatever. You can kind of take it with a grain of salt a little bit. You know, you always want to go by the manual, but if you have a little bit of discrepancy, that's more than a little bit, but either way, I'm not over pressure, I'm not over velocity, I'm sitting at 2,300. I definitely should be more than theirs, but I'm kind of equal with theirs. I'm a 26-inch barrel, their data's at a 22-inch barrel, so I should be quite a bit above it, but whatever. So, either way, not worried about pressure, not worried about, you know, didn't have any signs anyways. We're sitting right at the middle, around the middle of the charge range, and, you know, we'll go up from there. I don't know how much more I want to go up, but either way, let's take a look at groups. We'll figure that out another day. Let me grab my calipers. Alright, so started off today with 37.1 grains. That's our Fowlers, which is this one right here. Let me make sure you can see all that. Let me zoom you in a little bit. We'll do the first 2 at a time. I think that's focused. Alright, so I'm measuring about from center. It's funny because 308, man, looks like a massive group because it's just such a big bullet. But once you actually, I mean, this ain't a small group, but even smaller groups look a little bigger. So center to center on the bullet, furthest 2 bullet holes, I'm getting about, let me move you guys over so I can see if you guys can see. Yeah, over an inch, barely over an inch, but over an inch. Alright, next one. So first group, not good. Next one was 37.4 grains. This was the left to right one, because I'm pretty sure it went, you know, that shot, that shot, that shot, that shot, and that was my last one. I do know that. But so furthest to apart is going to be these ones, middle to middle. That's about what I got. Pretty much 1 inch. Let me write this down. I'll write it down later. And next one was 37.7. This started shrinking up, and I guess if you would say there was a node, this is where the node would be. I say that because I don't really like calling it a node, but whatever. Whatever. Because this is where they started shrinking quite a bit. So furthest two bullet holes apart are these two. Make sure you guys can see this. That ain't bad. I want to see, you know, like I said, with this gun and the 22 Creedmoor, I'm expecting about the same, 0.5 to 0.6. I'm happy, and that's over 0.6. You know, still not too happy, but not a bad group. Not horrible, I guess. All right, next group is probably what we'll do a seating depth test on. Let me see if I can straighten out this bullet hole over here. It got all wonky. No, I don't want to rip it, so furthest bullet holes are these ones, middle to middle, right about there. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be the smallest of the day, 0.641, which ain't bad. And then last group was 38.3. Now, I am going to reshoot this one, and that's probably what I'll start the next ones off at. Start off at 38.3 and then go up from there, because I shot this one on a pretty hot barrel, a lot hotter than the other one, so that barrel seems like it shoots okay warm, but still, I want to make it fair fight, I guess. As fair as it can be. So, furthest two apart, I think, are these two. Let me double check between these ones. Yeah, they're about the same. No, these two are a little bit further apart. And that's what I got on the last group, 0.858, so that's not bad either. So the last three ended up being pretty good, all under an inch. The first two ended up being pretty much an inch, or just over. But I just call it an inch. But either way, guys, that's the groups. Like I said, we ended off at an average of 2366 feet per second. This load, the smallest load of the day, ended up being our best chronograph stats of the day. Ended up being a SD of 6.7. Love that. I'll take that all day. And an ES of 19.6. That could be a little bit better, but you know, whatever. Not complaining. So that's probably the load I'll go with. I am going to go do one more powder charge test, a little bit higher up in the charge range, and you know, go from there. I didn't do a pressure test, which I usually do, but whatever. I'll just I'll load up to where I feel comfortable, and if I start getting pressure signs, I'll pull some bullets. Either way, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel, commenting, all of that. It really does mean a lot to me. And yeah, so appreciate all of it. Either way, guys, I will see you in the next video.